Test. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
You try to get by.
I can't wait to see that song next week.
You coming to Street Lane?
Make that, dude.
I forgot. Isn't that this weekend? That's this weekend.
That's all right.
Yes.
I don't know what day it is today.
It is Monday.
Today is Monday,
But you
April
know what I mean.
30th.
Which means tomorrow, it's gonna be
No,
May.
no, just no. Fucking ramen hair, no. I love it.
Fine. What about it's going to be May and it's a picture of James May? Would you be okay with that?
Just because it changes it up over the original format of May, but I'll be the first one to post the wake up. What's his name? Billy Joe.
Wake me up when September
ends.
There it is. Yeah, that one I thought was actually kind of clever.
Stupid memes are fun.
Stupid memes
It's
are
the
fun.
same thing.
And speaking of stupid, welcome back to Shootin the Shibby, everybody. Hope everyone's had a wonderful week. How are you gentlemen doing?
Doing good. Had a great weekend.
Did you? Where were you this weekend?
So this past weekend, I had 3 things going on in basically the 2.5. Do you consider Friday night part of the weekend?
Absolutely.
Okay, so that
Friday
I had
night.
3 things as part of the weekend then.
If we can quote Real Big Fish, Friday night, Saturday, Sunday morning. Can't wait for the afternoon so I can be a kid again. I guess one was a weekend song. Never mind. But yeah, so totally.
Yeah, so Monday or Friday night went over to the Phillies game.
Right.
Saw the Phils. I am not a baseball fan by any stretch of the imagination, but I went to the game, and Zedd performed after. Brian was there with us, as well as Corinne, and
It was a good time.
it was a very good time.
Brian's already going at it for the filtration tests, I see.
Don't spoil the surprise,
You're the one.
man.
You're
We'll
the
talk
one.
about it in a minute. He's
You're
prepping.
pouring. You're
can't
pouring.
hear it.
Oh, I should probably put headphones on and see if I can hear it.
Well, fizzle, 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 gurgle, fizzle. That's what it sounds like.
It sounds like you gobbling dick over there.
Hey, man. The podcast ain't doing so well just yet. I gotta get these bills paid.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. I owe you money, don't I?
Yeah, you know, it's whatever.
But yeah, we went to a Phillies game, had ourselves a good time. Wow, you really can actually hear it fizzle.
Oh, you can?
Yeah, it sounds like.
Let me move it over a little.
Honestly, it
Don't spoil it. Fizzle, fizzle.
what it sounds like is kind of like a
Radio static.
not even just like a stomach gurgle.
I guess soda will do that to your stomach, so I guess it kind of makes sense.
Yeah, true. But went to the Phils game, got to see Zedd perform after, and I think the highlight of that entire concert was watching a guy get his shit
fucked.
trucked.
Just straight up fucked.
How? What happened?
So essentially, what happened was we're watching the concert.
Zedd is an
And-
EDM artist, right?
Yeah, Zedd.
Yes.
He made
Okay.
Clarity. His new song right now is The Middle. Like, why don't you just meet me in the middle?
I don't know that song, but it does sound good.
He's the guy that has hit EDM songs with hot chicks singing them.
He also did a cover of
he's like
the
Dead
Legend
Ma-
of Zelda theme.
He's like Deadmau 5. Oh.
Yes, he did
Oh.
the Zelda. It was like Zelda.
Link, he come to town.
That's a good song.
It is.
But no, what was great was that since so I think it was for an extra $25 you can go onto the field and watch him perform there. And
Right.
so what we did, we were on the stand. So there's all the people who are on the field and there's people who are in the stands. So we're all sitting there, concert's going on, we're like, whatever. And then one guy decides to hop over and starts running towards the crowd of people in the middle.
Right.
So we're all like, oh, wow, look at that guy. So he hops over, he disappears into the crowd. They don't find him. So that's the first guy. Another 2 or 3 songs go after that. So he hops over, he gets lost in the crowd, they can't find him.
Right.
So then 2 or 3 songs later, because his songs are really short, he's just going from one into another. Another guy jumps over and we're like, oh, there goes a second. But then after him, it's like the fucking border wall just goes down. 30 people start running in after him. It's just boom, 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 boom. And I'm just we're like, whoa. And you see all these people
incredible.
go.
Why are they all going after this guy?
No, they're all just jumping into the middle.
The one guy made it.
The one guy made it.
Everyone wanted to do it.
So everyone
I
else.
want to do it too.
So
Okay, that's fair.
it looks like
Been there, done stuff like
everyone is just gonna go. and we're like, holy shit, like everyone's gone.
away.
And then so like there's like one old guy who's doing security just standing there like, no, stop.
You young whippersnappers, you stay on that
Hey,
side.
don't
you get on the lawn.
Don't get past me or anything.
It was easily the most half-hearted, like
I'm gonna stop you. Like, there's no way he's doing it. So he's doing that. One other guy goes, nah, fuck this. I'm gonna stop them. Huge dude comes out of nowhere. Like he's getting ready to go.
Like of a line.
And this is just a bias. This is just a person that's like he wants to help out Old Man Jenkins.
He's the other security guy.
Like another security guy.
They had another security guy.
Yeah,
They
they had a bunch, but they weren't.
Old Man
doing
Jenkins
anything.
was like the shitty beginning boss, and then here comes the main guy.
This guy comes out. He goes, nah. You sees some guy running, fucking comes up, trucks him into the ground.
Like
phenomenal.
literally, like nailed him horizontal to the ground, spiked him down into the turf. It
And
was
fucking whooped his ass.
amazing.
The best part about it was you see him tackle.
1, 2.
So what's great was that we had Matt Hillman took a video of it. And Corinne did too, but it was great because you can hear in both the videos. It's just Matt screaming, "He's dead! He's dead! Take down anarchy!" Because like everyone's running. So the best part about that was, so you see the guy tackle him, but then as he's tackling him, you see like 5 other people just run around him to the middle, and so
Right. Well, when you focus on the one person, it
so
kind
they
of
just focus on this one guy. I'm like, so like 50 people go in. That one guy is the only guy who got fucked, and it was.
I have the video here if you want me to play the audio for me.
So he has the video. So after that, so we were like, all right, that was the mass. So now they get like a huge line of people like guarding it so that no one else goes
Is
over.
Zedd playing right now
Yes.
still? Okay.
Yeah, so Zedd is on.
Dude, I haven't heard Matt that amped in a long time.
It was so great because like, I mean, it sucks because Matt turns like just as he's getting tackled because he doesn't think like this guy's about to get wrecked. But then as you hear the entire crowd go fucking nuts as soon as this happened because then Matt
You can
pans
hear
back.
Matt go nuts. Like Matt's like a loud person, which
Because
is
this guy got
But that's like genuine
wrecked.
like excitement.
Oh, it was awesome. It was great.
Oh, it was amazing. And before that, some guy apparently
good
lost
loud.
his hat.
Yeah.
And it got stuck in a speaker above us. Corinne had a video of that. It was easily the most entertaining thing I've ever seen.
Stuck in a
So
speaker.
no, so
Yes.
what happened was we were on floor 1, we were on tier 1, so we're like on the ground level, and
Peasants.
tier 2 is right above us. There's a guy at
Like
the
the
edge.
club
There's a guy at the edge of there, and his hat, I guess, as he was doing something, like fell off, and the speakers that are like attached to the stadium,
It's like a PA speaker.
they're
Right,
like
right, no, right, well,
like
okay,
that
see-
little like that metal bar there. It was caught between the end of the speaker and
my
the
head,
wall.
In my head, everybody was on the ground, so I thought somehow this hat flew up in the air and into the speaker. But I realized that
Was his body attached?
you guys were peasant tier, and so that was.
I'm
like,
sorry. So the hat that was attached to his head, we weren't looking for the body. It was just the hat, not the head too. Because I know since they touch, they may be attached, but I know how things being attached don't really count for you. Also,
Zinger. Continue.
it's funny to me.
Make one of us.
And so he lost his hat there, which reminded me of the Houston Astros World Series parade. That a little girl lost her hat down like 10 stories of a building, and her hat fell to the ground. So there's video of it. You could look it up on YouTube. It's like Houston Astros hat save or something. So like a guy on the ground throws it up to the first story, throws it up to the second, to the third, to the
kidding.
fourth. They go all the way back up, and it gets back to the girl.
That's
It's
amazing.
fucking awesome. So it reminded me of that, but
Could we put
granted
it
to
in
a
the
much
elevator and send it up? Yeah, probably.
a much
We're not gonna
smaller
do that. We're
scale.
not gonna do that.
So this guy has his hat in the thing there. He gets like his friend's sweatshirt and he's like smacking it, trying to knock it down. Eventually, he gets it
That's a
down,
really good hat.
and so a guy gets it like below him. He then like throws it up, and then the guy misses it the first time, throws it up, catches it the second time.
Nice.
Honestly, I was afraid that guy who was up top was going to fall over the ledge.
Yeah, when
Because
he
he
was.
didn't look like he was in the most...
Most people there were not sober.
yes.
No, my brother went to a show. I forgot who it was. I think it was Dylan Francis. He went to a show, and needless to say, similar circumstance, intoxicated people with a balcony, and one person went over, and yeah,
Well, that's the thing, though. This was even before the
he
game
said, "I'll never
started.
forget the crack." But yeah, it was bad. This is a lighthearted podcast, and it can get real dark with this one. So needless to say, night.
However, on one of the good side of the show, there was one guy down on the field. We were watching him the entire concert.
Right.
He was having the time of his life. When I say the word frolicking, this man was frolicking. He was a large dude. He was probably about my size, maybe a little bit smaller, and he was frolicking throughout the entire show, hands up, just kind of feeling the music, dancing with people, having a really, really good time. And
that's awesome.
I was happy for him.
It sounds like a Grateful Dead kind of guy.
That's exactly what he was doing too.
Was he twirling? What?
Turn your mic on.
Is my mic off again?
Yep, you turned it ooff.
Oops, sorry.
There you go.
There was a guy behind us there's a guy in front of us who was trying so hard to get with the girls behind us.
Yes.
What was
he?
God.
Hi.
So it's just like the entire time it's going off, like his one friend is like filming him, and he's just there like, ooh, I'm the best. Look at me, like typical douchebag frat boy,
kind of being a dick.
And so he was just like trying to get like there's these girls that were just like laughing like as he was doing stuff and like filming him, and like one of them kind of danced on him and he was just like, I'm in, and just like, no you aren't, they're making fun of you. But
learning's hard, so you know what? Kudos to that guy for giving it a shot.
Hey man,
don't get me wrong.
And that's something I would never do.
He shot his shot. I'm sure he did. All by himself. No one helped.
But no, the best part about the entire thing was the last guy who tried to go on the field. So after they start a fucking wall to just stop everyone else from going over, one more guy gets across.
Right.
And he runs out, so he gets to the infield where everyone else is, but he trips on his way in, and then he starts crawling to get into the middle, and that's when like the big security guy comes back, like throws people out of the way, grabs that guy by like the back of his shirt, and fucking just like drags him out.
This guy loves his job. This guy absolutely
and
loves
an actual
his job.
cop was there too, and they have him like his arms behind his back, like taking him out.
It was the typical don't stop resisting kind of thing, because the dude
stop.
Because the thing is, he fucking threw him into the ground after he got him.
Oh yeah,
and like put his arm behind his back, and then they're taking him out. He then gets away somehow, starts running away again. So he's running away, looking behind him. As soon as he turns around, and the security comes over and fucking gets him in like the Homer Simpson choke, and just like gets him into the choke, and then just like lifts him up. And then so he's just sitting there like, oh. And the cop comes back, throws him back onto the ground, and then takes him out. And,
it was worth
God.
it. It was definitely worth it.
It was fucking hilarious.
I just hope they don't like press charges on the guy. I know they're going to if an actual cop was there, but
I don't know. No, this is the thing is like, I think there's like a clause for anyone who runs on the field, like you know what danger you're getting into.
You probably get banned from the stadium.
I know.
Yeah, most stadiums is that as soon as you
let's face it, it's
Eagles.
Even though it's not theft, it's theft because you didn't pay to have that service given to you, and you're going there where you.
Well, there's also a lot of
guys in the right. I'm just saying, I hope he doesn't receive like the jail time.
Oh no,
like
I
incarceration.
doubt he'll probably get fined.
Eagle Stadium, where the Eagles play, there. I don't know if they have it still, but there used to be a court underneath the stadium.
Every single sporting event, a major sporting venue.
Oh, do they all have it?
Will have some sort of holding cell, drunk tank.
Oh no, but no, like the Eagles have a legitimate like court, like under there, because it's just such a common thing for them. That I'm almost positive this is true. So.
Right. We're doing orange soda getting filtered.
So throughout the entirety of this podcast, we're filtering out sodas and liquors and wines through water filters.
Hence why the name of this episode is Will It Filter?
Will It Filter? I saw a lot of videos. Big shout out to Good Mythical Morning, which I recently got into them. I actually like them a lot.
Yeah, I watched clips.
I like them a lot.
I've heard of them, but I've never actually seen it.
Yeah, I've known Rhett and Link, right?
Yeah, Rhett and Link.
Yeah, I knew them way before Good Mythical Morning, but I haven't watched them recently.
And
they're like one of the last really good, popular, and also wholesome YouTube channels.
Oh yeah, they're very wholesome with their stuff, and I like it a lot for that.
For the children.
And they recently did a bit where they put things through filters. They did Mountain Dew, Listerine, Windex, where they put Windex through the filter and then tried to clean with it.
Ah, okay.
No, they didn't try to drink it. They tried to clean with it, and
it's no holds bars nowadays.
It didn't break up the stuff like Windex does when you spray onto it, but wiping it off afterwards, it did the same.
So they diluted Windex. They did with the
basically.
I mean, I didn't know it was going to happen. I will say, back to the whole things you see at concerts and venues. I was at Warped, or was it Warped? No, it was Skate and Surf, they called it. I think this was 2013, was it? And I was there with my girlfriend at the time, and our frat, our like co-ed frat that we were in and whatnot. Skrillex headlined. I think that was 2011. Either way, crap. Oh well.
The date doesn't matter.
Yeah, I know. Either way, we were just kind of taking a break. We were sitting on the stoop that goes like down to the beach because it was in Asbury. And you just see these two people that are kind of like, it's a guy and a girl, and they're kind of all touchy-feely and stuff. And they're like, I'm just kind of just staring at them, like, 'cause I'm tired and just staring out in outer space. And they all of a sudden they fall over, but I still see them squirming around on the ground. And mind you, like, this is open in the beach. They're not like under the boardwalk or anything. This is just in a public space. And then I see her get up, and he's still on the ground. She looks left and right. Now I'm intrigued. And I'm like, what are you getting at? And bear in mind, there's like parents that are avoiding the loud music on the beach right there. And then all of a sudden, I see her hands go towards her pants. And I'm just like, no. And then I see movement. I'm like, no. And then I saw dick, and I started cheering. I was like, oh my God. No way. And then she started going at it, man, like right there on the beach. My girlfriend and everybody on the stoop, their faces are floored. There's just one asshole cheering. And one of the fucking later that I was expecting, like we kind of as much as I enjoy watching public blowjobs, we kind of just like got up and walked away after.
Can I just say I find it hilarious they didn't start cheering until you saw dick?
Absolutely. Oh, absolutely. Because I didn't know what they were ruffling around. I don't know, man. I wasn't going to assume anything until I saw penis. I was like, holy shit.
You saw penis, and you're like,
did.
Yes.
Absolutely. This is when I start cheering. Precisely. And the one of I don't know what to call it, the good part or the worst part was later the night, that rock star had his arms around a different girl. And I'm just like,
wow.
Jesus Christ, dude. Calm down a little bit. I was expecting him to get, I don't know, arrested for public indecency or blowjobs or whatever. But hey, he apparently. So that was the day I saw a public blowjob. It was a day. I'm not gonna say it's a good day or bad day. It was purely a day.
It was something that happened.
It was something that absolutely happened, and I will never forget.
One of my first concert experiences was I went to Bamboozle in 2007. I think I was in 8th grade.
Right.
And the first band I went to go see was The Starting Line, because they made the song Best of Me. That was their like big hit.
You may have heard of it.
So I may have, may not have. I'm not exactly sure, but so they made their song, and I'm like, all right, I'll go there because I know them. I don't know anyone else playing, so we'll see what happens. So I go there, and they're playing they're playing the first song. I've never been to a concert before, so I don't know what is gonna happen. So I'm like standing there, and I'm just like, all right, the song's about to start, and they start. You hear like the guitars go, the drums go, and then you see everyone starts pushing in, and I was just like, what's happening? What's going on? What's happening? Why is this happening? Like everyone pushes in, and then everyone like pushes out, and you see the giant circle start, and then like the mosh pit starts.
Start the pit. Oh, did you go in the pit?
I'm about to cry. I'm terrified. I'm like, what is happening? Like everyone's pushed up against me. I think I dropped my wallet. I was just like terrified. Because the funny part is, like, all this is happening. I look upset. There's a guy next to me. He's probably in, like, his mid-20s. Like, headband, tank top, earrings. Like, and I think he was very flamboyant, too. No, I think he was gay. So, because all the sweatbands were pink, and he had, like, a dark blue, like, tank top, and he was jacked out of his mind.
So, no, pink was pretty in with the whole emo crowd.
He called me sweetie.
Well, you are a sweetie.
So this happening, I look upset. He sees me, and like someone's like trying to push people forward. So I'm like near the circle. Somebody pushes me in.
Fantastic.
I like get pushed in a little bit. I'm like
this.
He then sees me, grabs the back of my shirt, pulls me out.
I got you,
and
sweetie.
then like slow, like just starts like has me like this, pulling me through the crowd, and then he just goes, "Stay back here." And I was like, "Thank you." My fucking knight in shining armor comes in, saves me from the mosh pit.
Knight in pink armor.
Oh, I love that dude. He was great. That's how I got saved in my first mosh pit.
I just see him like turning around in slow motion, all glittery and everything. It's like, I got you, sweetie.
it's like you know the ultimate
Glimmering anime
showdown
eyes and everything.
You know the ultimate showdown
Of Ultimate Destiny.
where Chuck Norris comes down.
Exactly.
That's what this guy was to me essentially. He came down with the wings and like the chorus goes out.
He
and
was your
like,
flamboyant pink wearing Chuck Norris.
He was the best. So he saved me there. And then another super interesting one was this was 2009, I believe. So I went with.
I just accidentally had the distilled root beer, thinking it was my actual beer because my bottle magically.
After the story, we'll
glass.
get to that.
It was just awful because I was expecting the bitterness of a beer, and I got the half sweetness of what now tastes like a diet root beer.
So the other story I had was I think it was like 2009. I went to go see. It was 2009. Went to Bamboozle again. I was with my girlfriend at the time. She went off to go see some band I don't give a shit about. So I'm like, all right. It's at the end of the day. We're staying to see Fall Out Boy was like the big headliner that day. So I was like, all right, we're waiting to see them.
May have heard of him.
So I was like, all right, I'll go see who else is left. Oh, Gwar is here.
Yes! Yes!
I've seen Viva La Bam. This is probably. I was like, that'll be funny. Probably. I just saw them on there. I know they dress weird. I never seen a concert. I never listened to their music.
Oh, they're so good.
Besides just like in passing
cool.
on Viva La Bam.
They're actually really talented
So-
musicians
Their
too.
cover of Kansas, phenomenal.
So
Carry on
I,
Wayward Son, right?
Yeah.
So-
Carry on my wayward son.
So I go there and I'm like, all right, I'll go see Gwar, and like they're getting ready to do the show, and then like the lights come on, everyone starts cheering, and I'm like, okay. Some character comes out. He has like a obviously fake head, and he's like, "Hi, I'm Mr. Dickhead." Blah 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 blah. He has like a whole thing. Like he's saying like stuff like, "Remember, eat your vegetables" or some stupid shit like
and
that.
wear your seatbelt.
Lead singer comes out, points at him, and says, "Shut the fuck up, you bitch!" Cuts his head off with like his sword, and then like there's like a little like tube that's shooting out blood. So then like they start playing like a song. The guy's like turning his body like back and forth, because like it's like the head like comes off like the latch or whatever. So it's like on the side. The blood starts squirting out. Everyone starts screaming. I'm saying like, what the fuck is
Were you
happening?
sucking your thumb and grabbing your blankie at this point?
Where's Chuck Norris?
I wasn't.
See, I don't get
I
this
wasn't so
because
much
I've
scared
been
because
in
I was
pits
just
with
like,
you.
I mean, I evolved. It was high school.
Clearly.
So I'm just sitting there. I'm like, I wasn't really scared. I was just like, huh, this is really weird. And then after they finished the song, the lead singer kicked down the mic stand and screamed, "Where's my dead baby?" Grabs a baby doll from that someone hands him and then stabs that through with his sword. And I go, I think I've had enough. I'm going to go find my girlfriend and finish off this day. I was just like, what the fuck is happening?
Sounds pretty Shakespearean to me.
Yeah, I didn't stay for it. I kind of wish I did. I want to know what else they did that day, but those are two, because the first two concerts to go to were two Bamboozles. So
Nice.
I learned the hard way how concerts
You got
go.
learnt hard, didn't you?
My first concert was 38 Special opening for Leonard Skinner at the Sun National Bank Center in Trenton.
You would go for Leonard Skinner.
My dad took me when I was in 7th grade.
Fucking love Skinner.
It was awesome. And one of my favorite moments or memories, I guess, from that show is my dad and I were there. They're playing Simple Man. And these two women in front of us were very drunk. And your
As is
typical
tradition.
Yes. And your typical Skinner fans. So,
As is tradition.
yes. So they're sitting there and they have their lighters on and they're like just making noise, trying to sing along, but just clearly going
Doing the Jim Morrison. Got it.
Exactly.
Make words that sound like noises.
Exactly.
I said that backwards. Anyway,
So
continue.
while they're if you
That's
didn't
what
say
words are.
To be fair, though, if you didn't say that, I would have never picked it up.
I know. So Leonard Skinner and Habit.
So these women are, swinging their lighters back and forth. So my dad looks at me and just goes, "Watch this." I'm like, "Okay."
Did he blow them out?
And he just goes,
That's great.
and he blows the lighters out, and they're just like, and my dad just goes, and my dad did it the entire song, and they couldn't figure out what was happening. And then one time they turn around, and my dad's like, "Woo!" and they go, "Ah!" Then they proceeded to play Sweet Home Alabama for about 25 minutes and Freebird for half an hour.
I'll have you
timed
know,
it.
Sounds
I
about right.
purposely have downloaded a lighter app on my phone just for those moments. Damn it, why won't it light? There we go.
You might need to get new fluid.
And this is like one of the OG really shitty ones from back. Like this is back when people
I
were
used
like,
to have
"Whoa,
something like that."
physics on a phone, the flame goes back and forth." Like back when
Yeah,
that was
like
revolutionary.
I used to have one of those where you can actually like flick the phone to like pop the top off.
I used to have that on my iPod because I didn't have a smartphone until college.
Right.
I had that on my iTouch.
Well, I'm saying best thing ever.
I also had a gun app because literally
Yeah.
all you had to do was just
I
click
had a
the
gun
trigger
app.
and went bang.
Oh, you just shake it and it would be like bang, 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 bang. You
the
change
early
all the
early
guns or
app
whatever.
days.
Where you have like 30 apps that do like nothing.
Apps were so simple back then. Now it's
They had,
just
like,
like,
one
"Ooh,
purpose."
play Final Fantasy online.
Right. Play PUBG on your phone.
Yeah, people they're like Fortnite now. I can play on your phone. I'm like, why the fuck would I ever want
Yeah,
to
why
do
would
that?
you want to do that? That
it's
literally
fun.
makes no sense.
Because it's fun, I guess. I don't know.
But I'm just saying now that we have these here, and so we said before we were distilling the sodas.
Filtering.
Filtering, whatever the sodas we have here. So Spencer, you already tried I think this was the
I
root beer.
accidentally tried the root beer.
Yes.
root beer.
Yep, it's root beer.
We have managed to turn it into diet root beer.
So
All right, so the smell of it
The bouquet
doesn't really smell.
it's like a faint root beer. I haven't
Yeah.
tasted it yet. I'm just smelling it.
Like a lollipop.
Like a lollipop.
Yeah, it does smell like a root beer lollipop.
You're allowed to talk. You don't have to be silent.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay.
It
Don't
just
do
kinda
it
tastes-
again.
It's not that bad.
It's not. I think you were expecting beer, which is why.
Yeah.
I think it tastes
Oh,
good.
yeah. I was expecting none of the
Oh
root,
yeah,
all
if
of
you're,
the
if
beer.
you're expecting beer, sure, but like it's just a less fizzy.
Yeah,
root beer.
it's almost like it's been left out a while,
Yeah.
and I get a weird aftertaste after.
That might just be the root beer.
It's really just like the lollipop. Like if you were licking the
Yeah,
dum dum, that's what it tastes like.
Yeah, it's essentially a root beer
Lick
lollipop
thy
in
dum-dum.
liquid form. So it's like you take a root beer, make it into a lollipop, and then make it back into liquid.
Yeah.
it's like they melted the lollipop.
Yes.
Indeed. Do we have any other?
On a scale of 1 to 10, what would you give it
Eh.
compared to the original?
Compared to the original, I
It's
give it like
awful.
a 5.
Yeah, it's 0. I would never do this.
I would say, but as I would
never
say,
even
no, I would say
attempt
that's
this.
that's a poor judgment. I would say, on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being you would never put this in your body again, and 10 being like, wow, I would actually buy this. Tasting it as you thought what it would taste like after it was filtered, what would you give it?
Well, for bias purposes, I should say I really don't like soda. I really don't drink it that often. Every now and again. So I guess I'm a bad person for this sort of tasting. But
So am I.
I,
I'm in that same boat
I
too.
don't. I try not to either, but
I'm not trying to say everyone should not drink soda. No, I don't. I'm just saying I'm not a soda drinker. However, if someone handed me this, I would probably not drink it all. It's really not that. It tastes like it tastes like half of what root beer should taste like, which is why I just went with diet. It doesn't have the chemically aftertaste of other diet soda, so I'll give it that. It's like all of the diet without the chemicals. So there you go. If you're looking for that sort of flavor in your life, then Corinne's half decent root beer.
Yay. As someone who really doesn't like carbonation in any drinks, like soda, beer, whatever, I actually kind of enjoy this because it's not bubbly and
It's
doesn't make
flat.
my eyes water. Yeah,
It's
but it
fucking
doesn't.
flat.
But it doesn't taste like a stale cup of soda. Like it still has like that fresh taste of root beer to it, just without the carbonation, in my opinion.
Yeah. Do we got any other distilled?
it essentially just reminds me of diet root beer.
That's yep.
It's just diet root beer.
Yeah, I'd probably give it a 4. out of 10.
I give it a 5.
I would give it a would not recommend out of 10. That's about it.
So a 0.
I should have got a dump cup.
A dump cup? No, man, you finished it like a champ. That's right. Take it. There you go with your Wayne Gretzky cup or whoever the fuck that is.
Wayne
Those are the
Gretzky?
Devils.
I just saw hockey.
The Devils.
What team did Gretzky play on?
The Devils.
The Edmonton Oilers and the New York Rangers.
Neato. The more you know.
And the WHA. Not the
WHA. The
Blades?
WA. What the hell's a
Not the
WHA?
Blades. World Hockey Association before before the N was like the prevalent number 1 team.
If they
Or
had
number
a
1 league rather.
do they call the end game the World Hockey Association tournament? Because then they could just be the what?
What?
We're here at the what? Another great game at the what? I make me laugh sometimes.
All right, I'm gonna try the orange soda now.
Yes, I'm afraid. This one I'm not. I've never been a huge orange soda fan, but I don't know.
Again,
I love orange soda.
the orange Tootsie Roll lollipop. If you just melted that into a liquid.
Yeah, I feel like
The lack of carbonation in all of these is disturbing.
It is. I feel like
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
just
so
drinking
thrown
the
The
syrup.
syrup.
Yeah.
It's like I'm drinking the syrup from like the soft drink fountains at like
mixed with water.
It's like I feel like I'm drinking the syrup, but it's not like these. You don't get as syrupy taste as you normally do from those things.
No, it's kind of like a watered down popsicle stick.
Yeah.
So orange soda also tastes like half of the orange is in the soda. That's about it. It's the best way I can put that. Recommendation? No.
Where'd the cup go?
Yeah, I'd give that.
This one?
Give that to Corinne.
Sure.
Yeah, I wouldn't go for that either.
I don't think any of these anyone would particularly go for. This is sort of just one of those things where, gee, I wonder what it tastes like.
Oh, that's awful.
Yeah. I think that sums up our...
Oh, that's awful. It's definitely worse than
Are we really...
the root beer.
Oh, jeez.
See, I'm excited for this next one. Well, the future one that will be happening soon.
I actually don't even want to finish this.
Well, while the next one is being distilled, I guess I could kind of give a PSA sort of thing. So I went to Home Depot. I got myself an impact wrench, so I can be like...
Bob's going for a palate cleanser.
I can get the nuts off. Lol.
Really? That got you?
That's what did it? I guess you can't probably hear it over the mic, but Bob just coughed, laughed, choked on his water as he was swallowing.
Really? That's what's gonna get you?
Crappy nut joke. All right. Hey, man, like I said, low-hanging fruit's always the sweetest. I'm driving into the parking lot following this Mustang, and as it drives in, like, I just see, like, a slosh of water come out from the bottom of it, and I'm like, what? Where the hell would water come from the car? It hasn't really rained in a while. But I'm like, whatever, maybe water's in the trunk or something. My windows are open, and I'm like... That's not water. And she's driving. There's a puncture in her fuel tank. She's driving, and so like I divert course towards her with a decent distance, and she parks up. I'm like, excuse me, madam, I think you're leaking fuel. And she's like, oh, I know. My husband said we just need to drain the tank before we fix it. I'm like, I didn't really know how to approach it, so I tried to not be a dick. I was like, you can explode. And he's like, well, what do you mean? He's like, it's gasoline. Like, all you need is the faintest of ignition source, and you will be up in flames. And I had the same thing happen to me, don't get me wrong, because I was stupid enough to modify my exhaust and, actually cut the exhaust off, not reroute it, so the exhaust was just facing my plastic gas tank to the point that the seam of it ripped and it started to pour fuel, which I didn't quite realize. So, but when I went to the fuel station, I tried filling, and I smelled raw fuel. I had a different reaction than her. I freaked out. I stopped filling. I tore open the hood of my car, disconnected the battery so there was no electrical component. I don't even know if that would have actually helped. It was just like in my head, I'm like, get all the electronics off in the car, like anything. And she's just nonchalantly like, oh yeah, no, I'm just gonna drive it. And I saw her leave. She drove, because I looked at her, I was like, I highly recommend a tow. If I were you, I would tow this home, and your husband should drill a hole in the bottom of the tank, because you're going to replace it anyway, and just drain it that way. So please, if you smell a raw smell and didn't spill gas on your car after filling it, don't be dumb. I know I'm not the best person to be preaching about being dumb in cars, but dear God, if you're going to be stupid, be smart about it. So that was my day today.
If you're gonna be stupid, be smart about
That's my motto I live by.
it. Then they wouldn't be stupid if they were smart.
You're thinking too far into this. You're just thinking too far. Let it go.
Random Elsa reference.
That's usually when I want people to change the subject. That's what I just start doing. Sometimes it works, except then you start talking about the subject.
Oh, for Kenny and I, it was just.
And then you just filibuster.
How about the Knicks?
How about them Knicks?
And he would start doing the robot.
That would work, actually.
How about them Knicks? And then you start doing the robot out of there.
See, mine would always be like, so I was balls deep in this midget, but then I realized I popped out. So I'm like,
And then
why
we had
not?
a friend who actually dated a midget with a glass eye, and it was perfect.
I forgot about that.
Mine
never
was
will.
always. No, mine was. I was fucking this dude in the ass. He turns around to kiss me. I'm like, "What are you, gay?" And then my grandma walked in. That got weird.
And then, of course, there's always the ever simple, and the gynecologist said, and then everyone goes silent.
Never heard that one.
You
before.
really?
No.
You just choose like a random thing and just say, and insert here said, and that just changes the subject.
And the farmer said,
Maybe something a little more obscure.
And then I said, "I barely even know her."
like maybe like, I don't know, the butt farmer was the only thing I could think of.
Yes, your vagina's in the sink.
The butt farmer.
butt
farmer of butts.
FarmerButtsOnly.com.
When is my brain going to grow past 13? I'm
to
waiting.
be fair, I laughed it nuts off.
You laughed at such a low-hanging fruit that even I'm like, come on.
You know what? Brian just doesn't like to have fun. We are easily entertained. Brian is just, I'm not
Are you
entertained.
kidding me? I'm like one of the easiest entertained people.
I don't know. Whenever we do these podcasts, you seem to get really either like angry or just like.
When was I ever angry?
There we go, right there.
That's not angry.
Hey,
that's
it's called playing a character.
that's legitimately a question.
No, but the way you say things, it gets very like.
Well, it's because
funny.
you hear things stupid because all you hear is stupid through those ears. Stupid is as stupid does.
This shit on Spencer moment is brought to you by Stouffer's Lasagna.
Well, I guess
You're
we might as well
lucky she was not here to hear that one.
To make a long story short, it was just.
Lasagna is funny.
Lasagna is funny. Someone wanted to have a Stouffer's party, and others weren't happy about it. I wasn't the one.
Hear what you said, but go fuck yourself.
She did hear you.
Well, cat's out the bag with all three legs. Well, you knew it was bound to happen. I didn't even bring it up though. I surprised myself because I'm that kind of person. Like in a job interview, that you're just like sitting there and like you're like, don't say something stupid. Don't say something stupid. Don't mention how her daughter's hot, or don't mention this or something stupid. So in the back of my
Don't
head,
say to your wife. Don't say to your wife. Don't say to your wife. Doing your son?
exactly the ripped off Family Guy joke. But no, in the
That's
back
my
of
life.
Oh, me too.
My entire life
me
is
too.
just ripped off Family Guy jokes.
Oh, me too. I've been resisting this entire podcast to bring up Stouffer's lasagna, but the little guy in my head's just like Stouffer. And so then I Stouffer. But yeah, so
Stouffer, I barely know her.
apparently our friends weren't pleased with the free meal they're going to enjoy.
All right, I'll explain it as the person whose party it was supposed to be. I will be the
Oh
one
yeah,
to
happy
explain.
surprise birthday.
So
Pepe.
my loving fiance, who is a fantastic woman, was trying to throw me a
said thank
surprise
you quietly.
birthday party. And she made a group page, and it was just like, the generic, like, oh, here, it's a surprise, blah, 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 comment 7. By the way, there's going to be more food, but what I have for right now is a Stouffer's lasagna, which she got because ShopRite does, like, those promos where it's like, spend X amount of money and you get, like, a free turkey, ham, lasagna, whatever.
I love turkey ham
So
lasagnas.
we got...
Actually, that sounds delicious.
I'm gonna stuff my lasagna in the turkey ham though.
It's a
It's like a turducken, but
I was going to say, like a
It's a
turducken.
lasagna.
So we got a Stouffer's lasagna before. And we were like, all right, we'll get another one.
It
it was delicious. It was good.
Honestly, for frozen lasagna, pretty fucking good.
On a scale of 0 to filtering liquids, it's not bad at all.
It's about a root beer. So we got it again, and Corinne's like, oh, we'll have that's mine.
Is that
That's cream soda.
that's cream soda? Okay, I thought you were distilling something else, and that was a very generous amount of.
Pour his into this glass, I guess, because he didn't finish his other one.
I don't like soda. It tastes like diabetes water.
That's what it is.
I mean, you're
So-
not wrong.
So she was like, we'll have other food, but what I have right now is just Stouffer's lasagna. And then it's just the usual post like, hey, I can't make it. Like, hey, what time do you need me? Oh, I can help get Brian out of the house. And then a friend of ours decided to post, really, a Stouffer's lasagna? Like, you can't make us a real one? And that's what started the fucking downfall, because it went from...
The original post was just dumb. However, the memes.
Yeah,
memes.
that post was just
Can't
like,
see
really?
Me, I'm rubbing my nipple right now.
And then
memes.
it turned into a lot of people disrespecting other people. And then Steve Walters decided to post the Simpsons joke where the newscaster... I don't know the Simpsons that well, so I think it's like the newscaster was like, I, for one, embrace the alien overlords. But instead of aliens, it was Stouffer's lasagna.
Overlords.
So on the news picture, it was him looking at the picture of Stouffer's lasagna. Which, yeah, it was funny. But the problem was Corinne was like, hey, don't do that. Like... It's whatever, and then he decided to make like 9 of them.
The first rule of dealing with internet trolls is don't tell anyone to not do the something. That's the first rule. Not to say that they're in the right, but you can't tell someone not to do the thing. Then they're gonna do the thing.
Something is happening over there. What the fuck? What the fuck happened?
Did that just turn red, or was it always red?
No,
It was clear.
It was clear.
I think the filter. That's why I bought 3 extra ones, because I was afraid of the filter getting crap all in it.
Filtered the clear out of it.
Yeah, I think it's got like. Yeah,
Maybe it's gonna be root beer flavored.
It's gonna be a root beer orange.
Yeah, no, it's gonna taste like shit.
Oh my god, it smells like Tootsie Rolls.
We may have created something fantastic.
I think we might need to try
So-
this.
I gotta go into it.
So then our friend Steve decided to make that a Stouffer's lasagna shit posting page, and
it
then
was
made
great.
9 different Stouffer's lasagna related memes. I will say my 3 favorite were probably the ones of it's the one meme where it's like, I prefer the real one. No, the real one, perfection. But like the first one was a picture of regular lasagna, then a different brand lasagna, and then Stouffer's is the perfection, which was great. The other one was where the guy takes the girl home and then sees like the pictures he doesn't like and leaves. But the girl was my face and the guy was Stouffer's lasagna, and the pictures were of real lasagna, which was also fantastic. And the one where it says, what would win, friendship or one freezy boy?
One freezy boy.
If you make that meme
that-
and you don't have the second one be
Boy
one
with an
blank
I.
boy with B-O-I,
One blanky
you
boy.
did the meme wrong.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a
That
good one.
those memes fucking kill me.
That one,
all
it
the
took a
goddamn
while
time.
for me to come around to, but I enjoyed
Before the
it.
page goes stagnant, we should save those memes and put them on the YouTube channel. I will happily do the 5 seconds of editing.
like for example, like one of my favorite ones was like it was like from Wind Waker. It was like Ganon. It was like giant Lord of all evil with 2 giant swords, and the picture of Link, it's like one windy boy.
So I think our next round of distilling is ready.
Yes, so we have
Neato.
cream soda. So this is filtered.
Well, it smells like nothing.
Cream soda is probably my favorite soda, even though I'm not a big soda fan at all.
No, I agree. I like
Cheers,
Stewart's
mates.
cream.
It has no discernible smell or anything like that.
It really tastes like water with some honey in it.
It does.
That's all it is.
Like it literally tastes like
not
someone
the real
put
honey, the
way
kind of
too
honey
much
that
honey
you can
in.
peel back on the individual packet honey. Like it's just actually kind of has that color too.
Like KFC honey.
Whatever you talking about, honey.
Wow. Yes. This really does taste like honey.
Yeah, boys.
Like someone put honey in like almost like filled like a glass a quarter of the way through with honey and then filled water the rest.
Yep.
That's what it tastes like.
Yep.
It's
This
like
is
Are you getting all ASMR on us?
This is I will taste the honey.
Hey, speaking of, how's that video coming along?
How's that
Ooh.
having time to do things? Yeah, no one died this weekend, so I can't use that as an excuse. Damn it. All right.
This is probably my favorite of the ones we've tried so far.
Yeah, I still
I'd
say
say
the
so
root beer.
too. Ew, no, you guys are wrong. No, that one's better.
Orange soda was the worst. That one.
Yes,
was
we can all universally
pretty
agree that
awful.
distilled orange soda
Yes.
shouldn't even be said. I like the word distilled. Fuck it.
I can't finish it. I don't like it.
Goblins.
The further you get down, the worse it gets.
You're wasting all of my cups now. Can you stop?
That's what she
Finish
said.
your damn
Here.
drink.
I'll help.
Just about to pour it into yours.
Oh no, not in my. Ooh! Now we're gonna try distilled root beer cream soda.
It's something I would try in college.
Ew, tasting Brian's backwash. It's actually it kind of just still tastes like the root beer.
Yeah.
This next one, I'm actually kind of intrigued
So this is the wine.
and slightly terrified. What wine?
Red
is
wine?
this?
Well, obviously red wine.
Red,
Cabernet.
red wine.
Thank you, I love reggae, and the only song they know.
Stay close to me.
Was it 19 Crimes Cab?
It's 19
Yes.
Crimes. Had to lean in real deep in there. Yes.
Is it bad that I knew it just from like the back of the bottle?
It's the
What, would you work at a liquor
2016
store or something?
red wine, Southeastern Australia.
Ooh.
19 crimes.
An
me
Australian
off this chair
red
here.
blend.
You know there won't be guns in it.
All right. It smells like wine
smells like
inside
wine.
an old shoe.
It kind of just has the the dryness of the wine without the tastiness of the red.
Well,
Not a fan? See, this one I'll actually consume.
that was fucking gross. Oh.
It kind of takes the edge off of it originally because I had it a couple days ago and really didn't like it, but I can tolerate
Yeah,
this.
this is very. It's very.
Oh.
See, I probably would have liked the edge, but it's like a
Living on the edge.
Thank Nickelback. No,
No, I'm not.
no, you look like Nickelback.
Aerosmith?
Oh,
Was there?
Living on the edge.
80s Nickelback. Yeah.
You know what? You're right.
Oh,
But talented.
what's the meme? Yes, Nickelback isn't not
Nickelback,
talented.
they're not bad. They're not good.
They
guys
made
just
they made
apparently-
the song Rockstar. They're the worst band ever.
Hey, hey.
I actually, I have a confession. I liked that song when it first came out.
Oh, I love Nickelback in like the mid.
You've lost all respect for me in musical taste.
So I've lost nothing.
The song Rockstar, I
Spence,
think
you can take the rest
is
of this.
my least favorite rock song ever made. It's so fucking generic and stupid.
Well, yeah, but that's pop music in general.
I know, but there's there's like the pop music level you hit where it's like, all right, we made a 4-chord song, like, you know, it's we've hit the sellout point we could. And then there's just the like, wow, you
wouldn't
didn't
say a
even
4-chord
fucking
song-
try.
But so you can make a dynamite 4-chord song. Let's not forget.
Don't get me wrong, 4-chord songs are great.
See, there's a difference between a 4-chord song and the Pachelbel songs. Like a song in D.
Should we explain what a 4-chord
Yes.
and Pachelbel is? Because that's kind of.
That's kind of what I was getting at.
Pachelbel's canon in D.
So
The
you know,
wedding march.
It's actually the wedding march for.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, 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 dun. And
But
the
it's
second motion.
known as a wedding march, a funeral march, or just general.
What the fuck funeral do you go to? That sounds awesome. Actually, I want to.
I
I'm
was
in. Next
I
time
was
my
in
funeral.
I was in like a literature class and I was reading and then we were reading a short story and it was like the funeral theme Pachelbel's Canon in D came on and I was like, I've always known this as a wedding song.
It's not a.
And the
yeah.
singer was like, no, this is a funeral march. I'm like, you're wrong.
not water.
You're literature. I'm music. It's water?
Water.
Is it water? Okay.
Oh, it's just straight water. Cool. It's a palate cleanser.
Yeah, this wine is getting worse as I drink it.
Here you go.
I'm
cream
noticing
soda's
that.
still
I'm
one
noticing
of my
that as a
favorites.
trend for all of these filtered beverages, is they just get worse as you drink them.
Yeah, no, they're not for much consumption. What is that?
Nothing. Don't drink it.
Okay, cool. I'm not gonna drink that.
Don't drink it.
So,
I wanna drink
so yeah, I heard it there that it was a funeral march. I still think it's bullshit. I think it's a wedding march, but
You died. Shit
I'm
sucks.
sorry.
You died.
I don't know why that reminded me. There was a rhythm game on the computer from like the 90s. I forget what the name of it.
About death and Pachelbel.
No, it's a
10 out of 10,
it's a rhythm
best
game,
game.
and it's just like randomly these things will come find you. It's like the only way you can die in the game, and they challenge you to like a guitar battle real quick. And if you lose, like it just says like you screwed up, and then like
it-
he makes a song. It's just like you are dead, dead. You are dead.
Was this battle happening
Thought you
take
were
place
hot.
in Georgia?
Guess what?
With the
You're
devil?
not. You are. I gotta find it. It's fucking amazing.
Can I or just the red velvet?
The red velvet, and then I think we're good.
I think the red velvet will be the icing on the cake.
Yeah, because then we could save more for a different episode.
Do we have to?
Too much of this one, so we're gonna.
Yeah, and also this filter's probably
food
just like
shopping, man.
ruined by now.
Yeah, this filter's just like end me.
Yeah, it's
To be fair, it literally shat clear vodka out that's brown.
it's in diabetic alcoholic shock.
so. Fun fact: the name of this game is it's Total Distortion. It's called Social Distortion.
No, that'd be the band.
Yeah, it's called Total Distortion.
Story of my life.
No, please. Oh God, no.
All right, so you'll
Actually, that
you
looks
randomly
pink.
like roam around and shit.
I love the graphic.
And there's like guitar demons who find you and it says, "Don't come any closer, or I will destroy you." And you can challenge it to like a guitar.
Sounds like Zordon.
You blew it. Yo. Dude, we need to play this game.
Alright, do we take it as a shot?
Thought you were hot. Guess what? You're not.
I found this like. It was like just randomly browsing YouTube in like high school, and I found this, and I just fucking laughed.
Dude, this is... What year did this game come out?
Dude, this screams like early '90s, like an early '90s DOS-esque game.
It's fantastic. Did DOS have like this level of sound though?
Maybe not DOS, but it just reminds me of like DOS games. I'm trying to see if I can.
Because there was a game that I used to play all the time.
Pitiful waste of human life you are. That's
Really drive it home.
I tell that myself every night.
yeah. This the same video.
myself that every
It's the
night.
same video I saw like back. No, I think I'll watch it again because the top comments always, "I want this to be played at my funeral." It's always
You
it's.
pitiful waste of life. You are dead.
I'm sorry. Oh my god. So the thing I have is "You Are Dead" song is what I looked up. The 5th video is Avicii.
Ooh. Well, I mean, in the literal sense.
That's fantastic.
I was going to make a song reference of his. I just can't think of a song. Oh, well.
Levels.
Levels. It was funny on different
Total
levels.
Distortion,
There you go.
1995,
That's a good year.
is a full motion video
Napoleon.
adventure game for
Indeed.
Mac and Windows, developed by Pop Rocket.
I do have a an old Mac PowerBook G4 that could probably run it.
The guy in the front fucking looks like a Guitar Hero character.
He looks like the Duke Nukem guy, except he got hit in the face with a frying pan.
He looks like Duke Nukem in Guitar Hero.
It looks like Guitar Nukem and Duke Hero.
Same.
But
All right, so let's try.
yeah,
your
I don't know why. They're just
Quadruple distilled.
was this?
So this is red. No,
It is red velvet cake. It's a decadent blend of ultra premium French vodka, French
It smells
white
like
wine,
butthole.
French sparkling wine, red velvet cake flavor, and a touch of carbonation.
it smells like.
Well, that carbonation is not going to be there
Yeah, that
anymore.
carbonation's not going to
No,
be here anymore.
it's-
That's what it smells like.
It smells like French vanilla butthole.
It smells. Yeah, it
I'm-
smells like
Honestly,
French vanilla.
if like there was no better explanation than French vanilla butthole. Of what that smells like.
Yeah,
Well, boys,
like French
Still-
vanilla creamer.
It smells like French vanilla
Now,
butthole.
do we do this as a shot or do we taste it?
I don't do shots.
fucking doing this.
So if
as
you
a
want me to
shot.
throw up all over my gear, I will. But
Oh, dude, use
I'll
a
do it for
fucking
you.
coaster, man. Come on.
I have been handed like 3 different glasses this entire night.
Cheers!
I am sorry that
we're
we're
all
ruining
friends.
this
Cheers!
mint wood surface. That's probably not even real.
We're not friends. We're coworkers.
are we drinking?
Yes.
All right.
I've been
It
drinking.
smells so bad.
Well, cheers
Bottoms up, boys and
to
girls.
shooting the shibby.
Oh. Nope.
It kind of tastes like.
I've
Velvet-
put my shitty drinking thing days back in college. I drank curdled fucking White Russian with Mike's Hard and 2 other beers mixed into that in a Kings game.
You monster.
Oh my god,
kinda
those days are
tastes like-
fucking behind me. I can't do this
It
shit
tastes
anymore,
like
man.
red velvet liqueur with a hint of like chlorinated pool water. I think that's the best way I could describe that.
It tastes like if somebody
With
just...
a Tootsie Roll thrown in.
No,
It tastes like a homeless man's asshole if you just spray French vanilla flavoring all around it.
I would love to hear the story on how you would know what that flavor would taste like.
Prom 1986. The theme was unprotected sex with homeless people.
Don't you forget about me. 1986 was the year my scooter was born. Yay.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's the year my parents got married.
It's a Honda.
Did you know the Godfather theme with their song?
Fuck you, I was actually about to say that.
And I knew you were going to.
And doubly fuck you because I actually didn't know that.
He said that on the podcast like an
Do you
episode
think I
ago.
pay attention to any of this shit?
Touche.
Bob, I pay attention to you.
Thanks, Brian.
You're welcome.
I'm an equal not paying attentioner. I just don't pay attention to anything.
I
That's
hate
one way to do
everybody equally, so I can't be racist.
I have a black friend. I can't be racist.
My card used to be my president's black, but I can't say that anymore.
Oh no! Now our president's orange.
He's a Cheeto.
Kind of like a quadruple distilled orange.
Our president brought to you by Crush Orange. Crush.
Put it on your skin.
Bathe in it.
Yeah. What are we looking at time wise?
Not an ad.
Not an ad.
Don't sue us, Crush.
Yeah,
But do sponsor us.
we have 57 minutes we're at right now.
7 minutes. So what did you boys learn? What did you learn this week?
Well,
I'm a girl.
You're a
You're
woman.
also not a member of this podcast. Yay!
to be fair, she is our lone studio attendee.
This is
We
true.
did just stow for her all the way out of here.
I'm shitting on the only fan.
I learned the most inspirational quote I've ever heard in my life.
Oh?
If you're going to be stupid, be smart about it.
I inspire!
Can I get that on like one of those like black and white pictures where it's like in white cursive writing? It's like if you're gonna be stupid, be smart about it. And then like one of those like shitty photos of Spencer he has on like his profile pictures, and like the opacity's at like 75.
No, but what it also has to be a black and white checkerboard background with the awesome face.
Oh, you guys know
If you were to sum Spencer up in an image, that would be the
That'd
image.
probably be it.
just the awesome face with the checkerboard background. No Volkswagen?
There'd be a Volkswagen in there somewhere. Probably.
We'll throw it in
That's
later.
like that one picture
it in
where
post.
what was the one that Glenn made of you and like you were like all over the photo.
Oh, the
something like
Vanagon
that.
one. Yeah, well, because I posted a picture. I love VW vans. I like the 80s Ugly
No.
Ducklings. Yes, it was.
Really?
It was the Vanagon
You
poster.
do?
Oh, well, fucking. Well, I don't know if we really discussed it that much in this podcast.
We also did talk about how Spencer is kind of a Nazi.
We talked about that before.
Yes, we did. That's
I'm
what
not
I
a
literally
Nazi.
just said.
Just because you have a few stories doesn't make you a Nazi. Come on, guys.
Did not see that coming. There.
I
Auschwitz, no, I
refrained.
didn't.
Auschwitz, no, I didn't.
I refrained from doing any of that. That was all of your doing. I actually showed restraint. Refrained was probably the wrong word.
That is a first.
Right? You're welcome.
Color me shocked.
So no, it was a picture of a bunch of VW Vanagons in the pasture with their pops topped and everything. And all I said was like, I wish I was in this picture. It was gorgeous. It was Volkswagen vans camping out in a sunset. And so Glenn took it upon himself to Photoshop me everywhere. One of which where I look like a prairie dog.
That's my favorite one.
One of which where I look like the baby from Teletubbies in the sun. I'm the driver of I think 2 of the Vanagons because fuck continuity. And and just a whole bunch of other
I
ones.
feel
It
like
was
the
magical.
continuity went out the window when you became the sun.
I am. Show me what you got. I never even saw that episode.
Show me what you've got. I'm trying to find the photo now.
It's going to be under cover photos, not profile pictures.
Gotcha.
I do like the cover photo I have now. Someone made. But
Yeah, it was this
there
one.
it is.
That is magical. I love the prairie dog one.
I can't turn it. I locked it. But yeah, that's
A
pretty
bunch of Vanagons in the
I
past.
don't know. My favorite part is definitely your face in the sky. That's definitely my favorite. Just the face in the sky because it's just like Spencer died in that car crash, and it's just that's how I want to see when I look up into the
Don't
sky.
you forget about me.
No, this one's also great.
Eric's in the back seat.
Because Eric's in the backseat of the car, then I'm the son. And Spencer's in the corner. He's also driving the car. Same face as the one in the sky, because why not? And then you standing on top of the car with a Volkswagen flag. But yeah, I love the Eric in the backseat. It just looks like it's flattened there.
He doesn't look like he's in the seat. He just looks like
And then
there's a
my
picture
shit
of
eating
him.
grin is the sunset.
If you're watching this on YouTube, the all the images are up on the screen.
Yeah, we'll have it.
They're watching
those
it on
of you who
YouTube.
are
They probably
listening.
don't have to be told the images are up on.
Well,
the
yeah, but this is more so for the our
the audio
only
listeners.
Again, and if the audio-only listeners were concerned about seeing visuals, I think they have other things they should be concerned about,
like their eyes.
or their medium of watching and/or listening to things. But yes,
Or their taste in podcasts.
or their taste in podcast.
Yes.
Brian, what did you learn this week?
That filter things all taste like homeless man's assholes.
Well, I guess
Spence?
I expected them to be like
Bye.
either not like decent or just the worst tasting thing ever. It was leaning towards the worst tasting thing ever, but it wasn't like that bad. But
The vodka is what kicked it over the edge.
oh my god.
Well, what I learned, and if I'm going to take Brian's word for it, I learned what a homeless man's asshole tastes like.
Very similar to red velvet vodka.
Well, that's a French cream homeless asshole.
Yes.
I was
French
reminded
vanilla,
of
excuse me.
prom 1986.
Corinne, what did you learn?
Was that 5 years before you were born? Oh, no, you're old.
I learned that filtration does not really take out any alcohol content because I'm really feeling it, and I only didn't have that much.
Do you got a regret right now?
Feeling it.
Here's a cold and numb.
You're feeling it.
And
Are
on
you
that
feeling
note,
it now?
No, you.
Me?
No, you.
Me too.
And on that note, thank you so much for listening to
Bob,
Shootin' the Shibby.
Me.
End the podcast, bro.
Me.
Adore you all of the time. I got you. I got you.